Our subconscious whispers to us ceaselessly, a quiet companion threading secrets through the fabric of our days, an ever-present murmur beneath the noise of our waking lives. It's a voice so subtle we often overlook it, yet it carries the weight of truths we've yet to fully grasp, weaving its delicate threads through every fleeting moment. When we pause to decipher its cryptic messages, we begin to unravel a tapestry rich with meaning, one that reveals the hidden contours of our inner world. This act of listening is like tuning an instrument, bringing harmony to the chaos of our thoughts and feelings. As we embrace the lessons, it unfurls like fragile petals. We blossom, transcending the shadowed fears and tangled complexes that bind us, rising above the limitations we've accepted as truth. This blossoming is a quiet revolution, a shedding of old skins to reveal the vibrant potential beneath, a process both tender and fierce. Our inner voice, relentless and tender, beckons us toward the vast potential buried within, a hidden galaxy waiting to ignite with the brilliance of self-discovery. It's a call to adventure, urging us to explore the uncharted territories of our own soul, where stars of possibility shimmer in the dark. Our psyche, a labyrinth of enigma, dances beyond the grasp of even the sharpest scientific minds, defying the neat categories we try to impose upon it. It's a realm of mystery, a swirling cosmos of thoughts and impulses that twist and turn in ways we can't predict or control. Our most intimate dreams and unspoken longings spill forth from the deep well of the subconscious, rising like bubbles from the ocean floor, carrying with them the essence of who we are. This well is bottomless, a source of endless wonder that both shapes us and eludes our understanding. We often dismiss these whispers as mere noise, too caught up in the surface of life to heed their call. But they persist, patient and unyielding, waiting for us to turn inward. To listen is to dive into that well, to plunge beneath the ordinary and touch the extraordinary that lies within, a place where the boundaries of self dissolve. It's here, in this submerged galaxy, that we find the seeds of transformation, the raw materials of a life reimagined. The subconscious is both guide and creator, sculpting our days with a wisdom we rarely acknowledge. We skim the surface of our thoughts, like pebbles skipping across a still lake, blind to the currents surging in the depths below, unaware of the forces that shape our every move. Our conscious mind flits from one distraction to the next, rarely pausing to consider the undercurrents that drive it, the unseen tides pulling us along. Yet sometimes, the subconscious stirs the waters rippling through our lives with events that feel like fate's gentle shove, moments that catch us off guard and demand our attention. These ripples are not random. They are the echoes of a deeper intention, a quiet orchestration of our path. They urge us toward uncharted paths we might never have chosen with our waking will, yet which feel strangely inevitable once we step onto them. It's as if an invisible hand reshapes the clay of our destiny, molding us through moments we can't ignore, crafting a story we didn't know we were meant to live. How do we catch these fleeting signs before they vanish into the wind, slipping through our fingers like sand? More crucially, how do we peel back their layers to hear the soul's quiet song, to understand the melody it's been humming all along? First, the soft glow of intuition, a gift we often romanticize as a mystical lantern, flickering to light our way through life's fog, a beacon in the haze of uncertainty. We picture it as something ethereal, a guiding star bestowed upon us by forces beyond our ken. But it's far more grounded than that. In truth, it's the subconscious unfurling its final verdict, a sage whisper born from the symphony of senses and the echoes of forgotten knowledge, distilled into a single, clear note. It's the culmination of everything we've ever experienced, filtered through the silent chambers of our mind. When intuition brushes against your mind like a breeze through leaves, it's your inner self translating a coded message, a signal rising from the shadows of unseen reasoning to guide you. This isn't magic. It's the quiet work of a mind that never sleeps, piecing together fragments of the past and present to illuminate the future. These intuitive sparks may seem to flare from nowhere, a sudden ember in the dark, but they're forged in the silent forge of your psyche, far beneath your awareness. They're the subconscious speaking in a language older than words, urging you to trust its counsel. Decisions bloom there, unbidden, like wildflowers in a hidden meadow, needing no conscious tending, sprouting from soil we didn't know we cultivated. These are the choices we make without knowing why, the ones that feel right even when logic falters, guided by an instinct we can't explain. When your gut hums with certainty, it's the subconscious tapping on the glass of your waking mind, craving acknowledgement, demanding to be heard amid the clamor of doubt. This dance often unfolds in moments of wait when life teeters on a precipice, or when your brain's quiet chambers clash like thunderclouds. It's in these pivotal instants when the stakes are high and the path unclear that intuition shines brightest. A lighthouse cutting through the storm to show you the shore. To ignore it is to silence a part of yourself that knows more than you do, a part that sees beyond the horizon of your conscious thought. The subconscious doesn't shout, it whispers, and in that whisper lies a power both gentle and profound, a compass for navigating the chaos of existence. Trust it, and you'll find it leads you where you need to go, even if you don't yet understand why. Second, the fleeting waltz of random thoughts. Those fleeting visitors that drift through our minds like leaves on the wind, often unnoticed amid the rush of daily life. Picture yourself strolling beneath a canopy of city noise when, like a bird darting across your path, a memory of a long-lost friend flutters into focus. A face you haven't seen in years, suddenly vivid and alive. Or perhaps a sudden urge to master chess pirouettes through your mind amid the grind of deadlines. A whimsical notion that feels both foreign and familiar. These thoughts seem trivial, mere quirks of a restless brain, but they carry a deeper resonance. Our imagination is a tireless river, carving channels of thought we rarely pause to explore. Their ripples too faint to stir our hearts, flowing endlessly beneath the surface of our attention. Yet occasionally, into this endless flow, a thought crashes like a stone through glass, seizing you with its vivid clarity, refusing to be ignored. These intrusions might be mere echoes, dissolving like mist, but when they linger persistent as a heartbeat, they carry a message, a signal from the depths that demands you take notice. Perhaps it's a buried ache you've silenced, a yearning to act, or a face you ache to see again, rising to the surface like a long-submerged treasure. To unravel their meaning, stand still and feel. Does this thought drift past like a cloud, light and fleeting, or does it grip you, heavy with emotion, anchoring you in place? If it stirs your soul, listen. It's a fragment of your deeper self calling out, a piece of the puzzle you didn't know was missing. These persistent thoughts are not accidents. They are the subconscious breaking through the noise, waving a flag to catch your eye. They ask you to pause, to reflect, to consider what lies beneath their sudden arrival in the theater of your mind. Often, we brush them aside, too busy or distracted to heed their call. But in doing so, we miss the chance to connect with a part of ourselves that longs to be heard. To listen is to honor that inner voice, to give it space to speak its truth, whether it's a quiet nudge toward action or a reminder of something left unresolved. The subconscious uses these random thoughts as messengers, scattering them like seeds across the fertile ground of your awareness. Nurture them, and they may grow into insights that change the course of your life. Third, the theater of dreams, a realm we enter each night as we surrender to sleep, our conscious mind dimming like a candle snuffed out, leaving us adrift in a sea of stillness. This is a sacred space, a canvas where the ordinary rules of reality dissolve, and the impossible becomes possible, if only for a few fleeting hours. The ancients saw this realm as a divine stage, where recurring visions were the urgent missives of a guardian spirit, cloaked in starlight, warning of what's to come. They believed these dreams were gifts from the gods, messages meant to guide and protect us through the trials of life. Today, We know it's our subconscious stepping into the spotlight, projecting symbols onto the screen of sleep, pleas we've ignored in the clamor of daylight, now given voice in the quiet of night. These dreams are not random. They are the subconscious weaving narratives from the threads of our waking lives, stitching together meaning from the fragments we overlook. Awake, we brush aside the faint threads of insight, too busy to heed their pull, dismissing them as nonsense or whimsy. So, in the hush of night, the subconscious weaves tapestries of meaning, vivid dreams pulsing with unvoiced desires, or shadowed warnings about our fragile bodies. Today, we know it's our subconscious stepping into the spotlight, projecting symbols onto the screen of sleep, pleas we've ignored in the clamor of daylight, now given voice in the quiet of night. These dreams are not random. They are the subconscious weaving narratives from the threads of our waking lives, stitching together meaning from the fragments we overlook. Awake, we brush aside the faint threads of insight, too busy to heed their pull, dismissing them as nonsense or whimsy. So, in the hush of night, the subconscious weaves tapestries of meaning, vivid dreams pulsing with unvoiced desires, or shadowed warnings about our fragile bodies. When you wake with a dream lingering in your mind, pause. Don't let it slip away into the fog of morning routine, for it carries a message worth decoding. Ask yourself what it means, what it reveals about the fears, hopes, or needs you've pushed aside, and let it guide you toward understanding. The subconscious speaks in symbols, a language of metaphor and emotion that requires patience to interpret. Listen, and you'll find it's been trying to tell you something all along. A quiet plea for attention in a world that rarely slows down. Fourth, the body's silent cries, a testament to the profound connection between mind and flesh, where the subconscious finds a voice beyond words. Consider the miracle of it, breath flowing like a river, food transforming into life within us, every cell humming in harmony, all orchestrated without a single conscious thought. A symphony of existence we take for granted. Our gut, a tender sentinel, trembles at the slightest quiver of our psyche. Its unrest, a signal of emotions we've yet to untangle, a barometer of our inner weather. Our skin, too, betrays us, blooming with rashes or flushed with irritation, a fragile map of inner storms we can't hide. When these signs flare, the subconscious is sounding an alarm, begging us to soothe the stress gnawing at our core, to address the turmoil we've buried beneath the surface of our busy lives. A sudden knot in the stomach might whisper of anxiety we've ignored, while a flush of heat could signal anger we've suppressed. Each sensation a breadcrumb leading us inward. The body doesn't lie. It's a mirror reflecting the state of our soul, a canvas where the subconscious paints its urgent messages. To ignore these cries is to let the storm rage unchecked, risking greater damage to both body and spirit. Fifth, the language of pain, a primal poet whose verses are etched deep in our mental soil, speaking truths we'd rather not hear. Each ache, whether a dull throb in the back or a sharp sting in the knees, whispers of emotional wounds we've locked away, scars that linger beneath the skin. These bodily hymns carry the weight of the subconscious, chronic tension in the shoulders from burdens unshared, bloating from swallowed fears, or exhaustion from battles unseen. Pain is not just physical. It's a bridge between the mind and body, a signal that something deeper needs attention. Knee pain might murmur of rigid pride, a refusal to bend, while fear coils tight in the lower back. Dreading tomorrow's shadow, each sensation a story waiting to be read. Gum soreness might hint at a heart wavering in choice, while a pounding head or stiff neck reveals a mind drowning in unspoken chaos. Though on the surface, you wear a mask of calm, not every pang is a subconscious echo. Some are born of strained sinew or brittle bone, simple wear and tear of the flesh. Yet, when pain haunts without cause, it's a phantom born of buried turmoil, a call to unearth the psychological roots twisting beneath. Sixth, the heavy cloak of fatigue, a weight that drapes over us when the subconscious labors to untangle the knots of our lives, sapping our strength in its silent work. When your body sags as if draped in lead, your psyche weaves the threads of that weariness. A tapestry of exhaustion that tells a deeper story. Exhaustion that lingers despite rest, punctuated by endless yawns, is a flare from within. Something vital craves your gaze. A signal that all is not well. Often, we yawn to flee the jagged edges of life's trials. But this retreat only deepens the soul's depletion until rest becomes a hollow promise. Your subconscious, tireless as a sentinel, labors to untangle your knots, draining your vitality in its quest to bring clarity to the chaos within. It's a guardian that never sleeps, wrestling with the shadows you refuse to face, and its efforts take a toll you feel in every weary step. Face the shadows it points to, and watch energy flood back like a river unleashed, a renewal born of confronting what drains you. Fatigue is not just a call for sleep. It's a plea to look within, to heal the wounds that sap your spirit and reclaim the vitality waiting to be restored. Seventh, the chains of faltering will, a barrier that rises when we stand at the edge of a dream, yearning to leap, yet held back by an invisible weight. Have you ever felt that longing to create, to become, only to find your spirit shackled, unable to move forward despite the fire in your heart? Free will is the flame that fuels our deepest longings, a radiant force lifting us toward creation and purpose, a spark that defines our humanity. Desire alone is a fragile spark. It's the wind of will that fans it into a blaze, turning dreams into action. When you ache to build or become, only a fierce inner resolve can carve the path, cutting through the doubts and fears that bind you to the familiar. So when your actions feel like a puppet's dance, strings pulled by unseen hands, your subconscious is rattling its cage, pleading for care, desperate to break free. It's the silent sovereign of your being, steering breath, heartbeat, and the answers to life's riddles. A force that holds the keys to your liberation. Before sleep claims you, whisper a question into its depths, and it may reply in the flicker of a dream or the spark of a waking thought. Every imprint it holds shapes your world, spilling into emotions and weaving the tapestry of your days. A subtle architect of all you feel and do. Trace these threads, for they are spun from desires left to drift, forgotten wishes that still pulse beneath the surface. Focus on thorns, and your subconscious will mirror their sting, amplifying the pain you dwell upon. But cradle a dream, and affirm its bloom. I trust the power that birthed this wish to weave it into now, and watch it take root in the fertile soil of your mind. Fear and strain choke the rhythm of your breath, your pulse, your very essence. Yet planting seeds of peace and wholeness in your inner soil restores the flow. A gentle act of reclamation. Flood that vast terrain with hope, with the electric thrill of what could be, and reality will bend to match, shaped by the visions you dare to hold. Picture triumph unfurling like dawn. Taste the sweet rush of a wish alive, and your subconscious will cradle these visions, breathing them into being with a power as old as stars. It's a partnership, your conscious intent and its timeless wisdom, creating a future born of harmony and courage. The subconscious is not a passive observer. It's an active force, a co-creator of the life you live, waiting for you to join it in the dance of becoming. Every thought, every feeling, every fleeting sign it offers is an invitation to step deeper into yourself, to claim the potential it guards. Ignore it, and you drift through life half awake, skimming the surface of what could be. Embrace it, and you awaken to a world where every moment hums with possibility, where the whispers of your soul guide you toward a destiny you were always meant to fulfill. This journey inward is not a solitary one. It's a dialogue between you and the vastness within, a conversation that never ends as long as you're willing to listen. The subconscious is your oldest companion, your truest mirror, reflecting both the shadows you fear and the light you long to embody. By tracing its signs, intuition, dreams, pain, fatigue, you uncover the map to your own soul, a guide to living with purpose and grace. So pause, heed its call, and let it lead you home to the galaxy of potential that is always burned within you, waiting to ignite.